This presentation will cover the background, plot, and theme of The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Please make sure that you take notes from each slide. In Cornell note format, you should have approximately 1 page to a page and a half of written Cornell notes. You'll need those notes at the end of the presentation in order to complete an activity in Canvas. William Golding was born in Cornwall, England on September 19, 1911. If you're thinking in a historical context, this would be right before the beginning of World War I. He was a school teacher up until the point when World War II broke out. And in 1940, he decided to join one of the branches of the British military, which would be the Royal Navy. His experience in the military during the war contributed to his later belief in the inherent evil of man, because of many things that he saw happen to his friends and people that he cared about, and things that he saw happen to innocent civilians during the war as a result of the conflict between the various countries fighting during World War II. After World War II, Golding returned to England to live with his wife and resumed teaching and writing. In 1954, he published Lord of the Flies, and initially this book was not very popular, and it wasn't until the book was published in paperback about 5 years later that it took off in popularity. There are several million copies that are in print, and you'll see a multitude of different covers, but this is the cover that you'll see on the book that we are currently using. So in the midst of a raging war in The Lord of the Flies, a plane evacuates a group of schoolboys from Britain and is shot down over a deserted tropical island. The plot has a connection to real events during World War II, when there was a legitimate fear that major cities like London would be bombed by the Germans, and they actually felt that they had legitimate intel that said that this was going to happen. So in an effort to protect the children of the city, the government ordered that all children be evacuated by train to the countryside. In the book, after the boys land and they meet up with each other, they splinter off into factions. And some behave peacefully and work together to maintain order and achieve common goals, while others rebel and seek only anarchy and violence. In structuring the book this way, Golding tried to reflect that in real-life situations of emergency, people tend to form groups based on who is friends with whom, who is skilled in particular ways, and who has certain personality traits, like who are the leaders and who are the followers. The theme of Lord of the Flies is that man is inherently evil and needs the structure of civilization, or laws and order, to control him. This theme was influenced by Golding's experience in World War II and the violence and destruction that he witnessed during that time. The true truth of this theme was illuminated after World War II during the Cold War, when Golding's novel became much more popular. This was at the point that a paperback version had come out, and there was a lot of conflict and fear of a potential new war between the United States and the Soviet Union. Civilization versus savagery is one way to express this theme of the structure of civilization being necessary to control man. On the one hand, we have a group of boys that is controlled by their civilizing instinct and their impulse to obey rules, behave morally, and act lawfully. We also have a group of boys that wants to follow their savage instinct, and they do. They follow their impulses to seek brute power over others and act selfishly. They scorn all moral rules that would control their behaviors, and they indulge in acts of violence against one another. This is the end of this slideshow. Please make sure that your notes are complete and use them in your activity on Canvas. When you're done, you'll want to make sure that you turn your notes in to your teacher.